Oregon Motorcycle Fines Limits Test.
Question 1. Which of the following could contribute to a DUI conviction in the state of Oregon?
Inhalants. Marijuana. Over-the-counter medications. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 2. By operating a vehicle in the state of Oregon, a driver is demonstrating implied consent to
Search of his or her home. Chemical testing for alcohol and drugs. Search of his or her vehicle. Release of his or her medical records.
Answer.
Chemical testing for alcohol and drugs.
Question 3. Certain non-driving related drug charges can result in a driver's license suspension period of
1 year. 2 years. 6 months. 18 months.
Answer.
6 months.
Question 4. Which of the following is an alternative to drunk driving?
Calling a taxi. A designated driver. Public transportation. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 5. Which of the following is included in the penalty for failure to maintain auto insurance in the state of Oregon?
The vehicle may be towed. A fine. License suspension. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 6. Which of the following will help a driver sober up?
Coffee. A cold shower. Food. None of these answers are correct.
Answer.
None of these answers are correct.
Question 7. Failing to appear in court for a traffic violation charge could result in your license
Revocation. Cancellation. Suspension. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
Suspension.
Question 8. Conviction of or more traffic crimes within a 5-year period will result in license revocation for 5 years.
2. 1. 4. 3.
Answer.
3.
Question 9. The maximum fine for a refusal to submit to a breath test conviction is
$300. $1,500. $650. $1,000.
Answer.
$650.
Question 10. Convictions of attempting to purchase or purchasing tobacco when under the age of 18 will result in license suspension for young Oregon drivers.
2. 4. 3. 5.
Answer.
2.
Question 11. If an Oregon driver is convicted of a refusal to submit to a breath test charge within 5 years of his or her conviction of a DUI charge, his or her license will be suspended for years.
5, 2, 3, 4.
Answer.
3.
Question 12. If an Oregon driver is found not to have liability insurance at the time he or she is involved in an accident, proof of financial responsibility must be filed for years.
6, 4, 5, 3.
Answer.
3.
Question 13. If damage to an Oregon driver's vehicle is estimated to be above, after a collision, an accident report must be filed with local authorities.
$1,000, $5,000, $500, $1,500.
Answer.
$1,500.
Question 14. According to the Oregon Driver Manual, alcohol is involved in about of all fatal traffic deaths.
50%, 40%, 30%, 20%.
Answer.
40%.
Question 15. In which of the following areas could an Oregon driver be charged with a DUI?
A toll road, a dirt road, a shopping center parking lot. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 16. What is the minimum single bodily injury auto insurance requirement for all Oregon vehicles?
$10,000, $25,000, $15,000, $5,000.
Answer.
$25,000.
Question 17. A first DUI charge will result in a license suspension period of imposed by the DMV.
60 days, 90 days, 180 days, 30 days.
Answer.
90 days.
Question 18. If an Oregon driver is convicted of a second DUI within a 5-year period, his or her license will be suspended by the DMV for a period of
6 months, 3 years, 30 days, 1 year.
Answer.
3 years.
Question 19. 3 or more convictions or accidents within an 18-month period will result in a license restriction period of for Oregon drivers who are over the age of 18.
6 months, 30 days, 90 days, 1 year.
Answer.
30 days.
Question 20. A minor who is convicted of using a false identification card for the purpose of purchasing alcohol could have his or her license suspended for up to
90 days, 6 months, 1 year. 30 days.
Answer.
1 year.
Question 21. A first DUI conviction will result in a suspension period of
5 years. 1 year. 90 days. 2 years.
Answer.
1 year.
Question 22. If an Oregon driver is asked to submit a blood test while receiving medical care in a hospital following involvement in an auto accident and refuses, his or her license will be suspended for
120 days. 1 year. 30 days. 3 days.
Answer.
1 year.
Question 23. Upon accumulation of accidents and/or violation convictions, an Oregon driver who is under the age of 18 will have his or her license restricted for 90 days.
3. 4. 5. 2.
Answer.
2.
Question 24. Conviction of or more traffic violations within a 5-year period will result in license revocation for 5 years.
30. 25. 10. 20.
Answer.
20.
Question 25. If an Oregon driver who is under the age of 18 is convicted of a DUI, his or her license will be suspended at least until
he or she turns 21. He or she turns 25. He or she turns 18. None of these answers are correct.
Answer.
He or she turns 18.
Question 26. A second DUI conviction will result in a suspension period of years.
4. 5. 2. 3.
Answer.
3.
Question 27. After a second or subsequent DUI conviction, an ignition interlock device must be installed for a period of
1 year. 6 months. 5 years. 2 years.
Answer.
2 years.
Question 28. If an Oregon driver refuses to submit a blood test and has prior alcohol-related convictions within a 5-year period, his or her license will be suspended for years.
3. 1. 4. 2.
Answer.
3.
Question 29. In the state of Oregon, and subsequent DUI convictions are considered felonies.
3rd. 5th. 4th. 2nd.
Answer.
4th.
Question 30. What is the property damage coverage requirement for Oregon auto insurance policies?
$10,000. $50,000. $5,000. $20,000.
Answer.
$20,000.
Question 31. If an Oregon driver has no prior alcohol-related action on his or her driving record within years, he or she may be able to enter a diversion agreement and prevent the charge from appearing on his or her driving record.
5, 10, 15, 3.
Answer.
15.
Question 32. Which of the following must be completed before an Oregon driver's license is returned following a DUI-related suspension period?
Pay a reinstatement fee. File proof of financial responsibility. Install an ignition interlock device. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 33. Which of the following names does the state of Oregon use to denote the violation of operating a vehicle while or after consuming alcohol or drugs?
Driving under the influence of intoxicants, DUI. Driving while drunk, DWD. Driving while impaired, DWI. Driving under the influence, DUI.
Answer.
Driving under the influence of intoxicants, DUI.
Question 34. After his or her first DUI conviction, an Oregon driver must maintain an ignition interlock device in his or her vehicle for a period of
5 years, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years.
Answer.
1 year.
Question 35. After an Oregon driver's license is suspended or revoked, a driver will be required to pay a license reinstatement fee off before his or her license is revalidated.
$50, $100, $25, $75.
Answer.
$75.
Question 36. Failing a blood test after involvement in an auto accident will result in a suspension period of days.
60, 10, 90, 30.
Answer.
90.
Question 37. 3 or more accidents or violation convictions for Oregon drivers who are under the age of 18 will result in a suspension period of months.
2, 8, 6, 4.
Answer.
6.
Question 38. Oregon driver who is over the age of 21 will have his/her license suspended if his/her back level is or greater
0.09%, 0.08%, 0.10%, 0.05%.
Answer.
0.08%.
Question 39. Oregon drivers who are 15 to 17 years of age could have their licenses suspended if they are absent from school for or more days in a single semester without an acceptable excuse.
5, 15, 20, 10.
Answer:
15.
Question 40. What is the acceptable back level for underage Oregon drivers?
0.02%, 0.08%, 0.00%, 0.03%.
Answer:
0.00%.
Question 41. Two suspension or expulsion periods from school for which of the following reasons could result in license suspension for Oregon drivers who are over the age of 15?
Assaulting a school employee, damaging school property, possession of a controlled substance on school property. All of these answers are correct.
Answer:
All of these answers are correct.
Question 42. When arrested for a DUI charge, the officer will confiscate the driver's license and replace it with a temporary license valid for days.
30, 10, 3, 90.
Answer:
30.
Question 43. Who must maintain auto insurance in the state of Oregon?
Only drivers under the age of 21. Only owners of vehicle less than 5 years old. All drivers. Only drivers under the age of 18.
Answer:
All drivers.
Question 44. A suspension period of 30 days will be imposed when an adult Oregon driver accumulates a total of or more violation convictions or accidents with a 2-year period.
2, 4, 3, 5.
Answer:
4.
Question 45. Which of the following is a legal place to store open containers of alcohol in a vehicle?
Under the passenger seat. In the console. In the back seat. In the trunk.
Answer:
In the trunk.
Question 46. If an Oregon driver fails to pay court-ordered child support for months or the total arrears amount reaches, the DMV will be asked to suspend his or her license.
6, $10,000. 2, $2,000. 3, $5,000. 3, $2,500.
Answer:
3, $2,500.
Question 47. If the second DUI conviction occurs within years of another one, it will cause mandatory suspension of your driving privilege for 3 years.
2, 3, 5, 4.
Answer:
5.
Question 48. Refusal to submit to a breath test will result in a DMV-imposed suspension period of
90 days. 1 year. 180 days. 10 days.
Answer.
1 year.
Question 49. Accident reports must be filed within hours of the event.
12. 24. 72. 48.
Answer.
72.
Question 50. A third or subsequent DUI conviction will result in a license suspension period.
15 year. 5 year. 10 year. Permanent.
Answer.
Permanent. Thank you for watching the video and wish you will get your driver license soon.